everybody. I hope you guys are having an amazing day wherever you are, all across the globe. I am super excited because, again, yours truly, Miss Jazzy, I get to come to introduce to many of you an exclusive conversation with none other than Miss Frederica. I'm sure everybody messes up her name. We're gonna get it right tonight. The Miss Hutchinson, but we're gonna talk about her becoming her women's conference. All I know is it's some powerhouse of women that have continued to impact lives and encourage and motivate and inspire. And it's going down this weekend at 28 Bolt Street right here in Greenville, South Carolina. So wherever you are, if you've never been to Greenville, this is the weekend that you want to just have a girls trip and come on down to be a part of the experience of even Greenville as a city, right? Because Greenville's in like what, the top 5 places in the world to visit. Hello, somebody. And if you didn't know, yours truly, Miss Jazzy, I am a certified tourism ambassador for Greenville. And so I would love for many of you to find out more about that opportunity where you can learn more about where, if you live in Greenville, where you live, where you work, where you play, where you worship, whatever that looks like. But Greenville, South Carolina, for those of you, whether you're in South Carolina, in Georgia, in Florida, Virginia, in Maryland, where are you? If you're in the chat, go ahead and drop what city you represent. Because I know even on the morning call that yours truly hosts under the leadership of Miss TK Walker. Shout out to you, Miss Walker. Listen, it's people that be on those calls from Maryland into the DMV area, right here in South Carolina, in Georgia, in Texas, in Virginia, and the Bahamas and Barbados and all these various places all over the world. But listen, there's a very special conference happening this weekend, and you're going to find all about it because, again, she is the founder of International Life, right? Consulting and Heritage and Healing, and you're going to find out so much more. I can't wait. Frederica, good evening,
Yes, good
beautiful. Thank you
evening. Good
so much
evening.
for
Thank
being a
you.
part of this exclusive conversation because I, like many of those that will watch this broadcast, is going to find out about you being able to birth into the earth your vision. You know, what I can say that you and I even talked about, and to see it really come to fruition now. I'm so proud of you, sis. I
Thank you.
salute
Thank
you in
you.
what you're doing. I know that this is something that you've had an ear to hear. And I believe
Yes.
God has laid out a foundation for it to be an awesome event. And yours truly, I'm going to be in the building. So let's talk about it, sis.
Yes. Yes. Thank you so much. I thank you so much for your support. It has been one of those things that it's just been amazing, Jazz. It's been amazing. I felt led to do it. I always kind of start with my backstory because I believe that's the reason that I'm here. For those of you who don't know, I lost my 7-year-old daughter, Naomi Love, 15 years ago. And Jazz, I was walking through my house the other day, and I kind of felt proud as a mother, which sounds weird, because I felt like I wanted Naomi to know that her life was not in vain, that it was because of her that I remembered who I am. And now I'm going back and I'm sharing with other women and I'm letting them know that they have a purpose and they have a call. And I've said this many times before, and I'll probably say it anytime you ever hear me speak. One of my best friends, Tenora, she told me, Jazz, she said, the day, I think it was the day of the week that my daughter passed, she said, there are women waiting on you. And I
Mm,
don't think she knew at the time how prophetic that was. There are women waiting on you. I taught a class today, and I told the people, the men and women in my class, I said, she told me it was women, but there's actually been so many women, so many men impacted. Because whenever you start walking into your gift, whatever your gift is, whenever you start walking in it, there's no way you can't impact other people. And so
mhm,
that's what this conference is all about. I was about to call it a ministry because it is, but it is not church, Jazz. We're not trying to duplicate church. There are a lot of great churches in our community. What we're actually trying to do is just love on one another, share with one another, and help people tap into their gifts. It's not magic. It's not abracadabra. What it is when you remember who you are, when you know what you're called to do, then you can go into action. And so, what we're going to do this weekend is activate. The word activation has the word action in it. So, we're going to help women activate their gifts. And the way we're going to do that is through allowing them to share those gifts with the rest of the community, Miss Jazz.
Listen, so you've unpacked something that I promise you, if you're watching, if you're in the upstate of South Carolina, even if you had plans for this Saturday, you might want to change your plans, honey, and be in the building, 28 Bolt Street. You know, when I think about 28 Bolt Street, we all know if you're from the area, that's Long Branch
Long
over there
Branch,
with
yes.
Pastor Sean
Pastor
Dogan. So
Dogan,
shout out to
yes.
you. Thank you for the
Yes,
family of being able to open this space that. Oh wow. And then to realize I found out this is going to be a monthly series. So
yes,
I know you have an
yes.
awesome layout of guest speakers that are going to be there. And I see that we even have a couple that's backstage. So I'm going to bring them on the live with us,
Thank
Frederica, and then I'm
you.
going to allow you. Okay, wait. Can you help us to get your name right though? Is it Frederica or
Frederica. It's
Frederica?
Frederica. It's Frederica spelled Fred Erica, but it is Frederica. I'm trying to move out this sun a little bit. I came outside, trying to get in a little shade so y'all can see me. But it is Frederica spelled Fred Erica. That's always
Right.
the inside joke.
Get it right. So
Okay.
I was like,
Get
so
it
my
right.
name, but my name is Stephanie, but it's not NIE on the end, it's NIA. So y'all make sure y'all get it right. It's like the
I
A is
know that's
silent.
right. And I just saw that today too. Yes,
Yes,
yes.
so I'm looking forward to it. I see we've got Miss Michelle Wade. She is
Yes.
backstage. Frederica, I'm going to give you an opportunity to introduce her as one of your guest featured
Wow.
speakers that's going to be there. And I want to be able to bring her to the live where she can help the people to understand what they can anticipate is going to happen on this Saturday.
Yeah, so Miss Michelle, you guys, let me tell you one of the reasons, and it was interesting. I'm gonna use the word compelled today, but it was really like you said earlier, Miss Jazz. It was like a soft whisper, heritage and healing, and I heard it, and since then I've been running with it. But it was Michelle, Patrice Wade, and Nicole Henderson, and even Javion that years ago held women conferences out of obedience. And let me tell you guys something about hosting a conference. A lot of people think it's all about show and games. These women, they did it from the heart in the right place. They not only influenced others, they impacted others. So that's what I'm doing today. It wasn't a matter of duplicating anything that I seen. It was really one of those things that it's necessary. It's necessary. And there are women out there today, and that's who I'm talking to. There are women out there today who's been trying to who feel stuck, and they've been trying to figure out why, what is my next step. They just feel stuck, Jazz. They feel stuck.
Mm.
And so this conference is to help them get unstuck. Michelle's conference was one of the layers. Nicole's conference was one of the layers. Javion's conference was one of the layers that helped me break the chains and get free and remember
Wow.
who I am. So that's what we're doing at this conference this weekend.
Well, I am elated. I know Michelle, we and I think I know we've met. I know we're Facebook friends, but I don't know that we personally know each other. So I'm looking forward to learning more about you, loving on you, being able to give you some positive hugs and vibes. So listen, I'm going to give you an opportunity to speak now so those that are watching can have an opportunity to know what you plan to do for these women that are going to be in attendance on this Saturday for Becoming Her Conference.
Great morning. You are exactly correct. We've been in some spaces together, but really never connected. So it's definitely going to be a beautiful blessing and opportunity to have the to do that on this coming Saturday. I am Michelle Patrice Wade. I am founder of Beautifully Reconstructed Ministries. And within the ministry, it is God gave me the vision to help individuals understand that their past does not define their future. And so, no matter what trauma they've experienced, that God can strategically use those broken pieces to beautifully reconstruct them and thrust them into their divine destiny. So on this coming Saturday, I am the keynote speaker, which I am very excited about because it Frederica's vision aligns with the vision of Beautifully Reconstructed. And so this Saturday, I will be speaking live. I will be speaking into mothers and daughters about communication and relationships and how to have a cohesive unit, just so that we allow generations to come to have a better opportunity to not walk into the generational curses that some have walked in, that they will thrive in generational blessings. So that's my assignment.
Ooh, listen, I know she said we weren't gonna have church, but listen, I know the oil is gonna be in the room. I'm gonna need to make sure y'all come ready and open and willing to have an ear to hear, because listen, I feel the chains gonna be breaking off some stuff. And so I'm super excited that you
Yes.
are going to be the featured keynote speaker. I'm going to take an opportunity to bring Frederica back around to just give you one final word that you would want to say to Michelle, what it means to you about her being a part of this, her
Oh,
becoming her conference.
my goodness, my goodness. One, two things. One is I want everybody that's watching today. I was telling somebody about our flyer, and I said I love our flyer because it's so eclectic. There's so many different women from different backgrounds, different experiences. Everybody, of course, has a different story that they're sharing and they're bringing to the event. So I just want what I want Michelle to know is that she has changed my life. She's impacted my life. And me and her, I've had the opportunity to be on the podcast and interviews with her before. But it's knowing you, Michelle. We used to always say you just need one, and we might have. I don't know how many people will be there this weekend, but I want you to know this is not about numbers. We are there for you. If you have been going through any type of, if you've been going through any type of depression, anxiety, and then I'm not just speaking to those people who are going through depression and anxiety, because a lot of times people think, Frederica, you're talking to somebody else. I got it together. Then I'm definitely speaking to you, because just like I was called, he's calling you. I asked my class, I asked people today, I said, what if I had never gotten off the couch? What if I went through, continued to go through depression? What if I made the decision that I'm just going to lie here? Then guess what? There are people who I was called to that could not get free, break free, and be able to go into the next level. So there are women waiting on you, whoever you are. We can use your gifts. I met a lady the other day and she said, I've been thinking about starting a sewing class. And I said, you know what? This is for you. She said, I already have the sewing machines. I already have the equipment that I need. She said, and I told her, I said, there are women out there right now who are saying, I wish I knew how to sew. There are
I
young
want to
girls.
go.
I know. My daughter, Miss Jazz, I'm 5'11". My husband is 6'4". So guess what? This child's gonna be six something. She's gonna have to know how to make some clothes. But there are women who are waiting on us, y'all. Imagine if that person who helped you, that teacher, that doctor, imagine if they never showed up. Then what? And that's what Michelle has been to me. She's been
Mm,
that woman that said yes. She's been that woman that anytime I needed something, she was there. So
wow.
I love her. I appreciate you, Michelle. I love you. Thank you so much for being you.
I love
Listen,
you.
that's absolutely
Yes.
amazing, Michelle. So I'm so excited. I'm elated to be able to meet you also this weekend. How can people connect with you? How can they find you on all social media platforms?
On Facebook, I am Michelle Patrice Wade, and I also have my website, beautifullyreconstructed.com. If you are on TikTok, I am Beautifully Reconstructed. On Instagram, Beautifully Reconstructed One, and my email address is brministries@yahoo.com.
All right. Well, listen, we're super excited to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Again, yours truly, Miss Jazzy. I am having an exclusive conversation with none other than the founder and visionary behind this Becoming Her Women's Conference that's going to take place this Saturday, June 28th. It starts at 11 a.m. It's an all-day affair. Even if you can just pop in for a little bit, find out how you can get a ticket to be at the table. You want to be in the room, right? So yours truly, Miss Jazzy, I'm going to be in the building. It's going to be a lot of energy there. there's so many other special guests that's going to be in the building. I'm trying to see. I see Miss Felicia O'Neill. She is in the background.
Yes.
She's going to be in the building. And I know we've met and been in spaces before, but Frederica, I want you to let the people know how Miss Felicia has come to be a part of your very first launching this monthly series of this empowerment type series. How Felicia O'Neill get in the mix of everything?
Miss Jazzy, it's just seeing the gift, and it's just meeting women that are humble, women that don't want to be at the forefront, but just want to be on the mission field. And they're out there every single day giving to people, making sure that families are taken care of. When I met Miss Felicia, she was telling me about her program. She has an amazing, I don't know if you call it a school, but she instructs young people. But what I can say is my grandchildren went through her school, and my daughter told me immediately she saw the difference. So I took my daughter during the holiday just for a week, and I sat there the whole time. It wasn't required, but I sat there the whole time, and I was amazed at what I saw, Miss Jasmine. I saw Miss Felicia creating individualized services for each child. She spoke with me as a parent, and she wanted to know, what are your concerns? What can I help you with? Now, there was a time when parents and teachers, would walk hand in hand, and I'm not saying that doesn't still happen today, but sometimes that can be rare in some situations. But with Miss Felicia, that's not an exception. That is what she does every single time. Every single time, she's going to make sure that she knows what you want her to work on. She's going to work with your child, and I know because we've spoken. She is helping children in our community. She's helping families and mothers and parents get their children to the level that they need to be at. So I appreciate Miss Felicia. I love Miss Felicia. Anytime I need a live and live, I ain't gonna say no live, no ride and die, but a live and live, I know who to pick up the phone and call.
I love it. Thank you so much. So, Felicia O'Neill, I'm super excited to see you again. And I know we've met before. I can't remember where we initially met, but what I know, just seeing your face and recognizing who you is always been a sweet spirit about you. So I appreciate, woman to woman, how we have been able to embrace and be in each other's company, and it's been good. So help everybody understand more about One for All Academy LLC.
Hi, everyone. My name is Felicia O'Neill. That's Hey Felicia, not bye. And I am the founder of One for All Academy LLC. I help children ages 9 months to 9 years old. So I prepare children for daycare. Maybe mom and child might have some separation issues going on. So the program is up to 2 hours. And so I would, even though the child is 9 months, I still teach. And then I prepare children for pre-K, kindergarten, first grade, and then for children ages 6 to 9, if they're behind on a basic level, then I help them with writing their name, reading. I create activities. So for reading, I'll make a book. You give me a picture, and I can make a customized book for them. Um, I did for one of my students that needed help with their spelling words. I did a game called Hey Friend. It's similar to Hangman, and I just make learning fun. So they feel like they're playing, but in all actuality, they're learning.
Well, I already in
And
my
it's not
mind know a few people that I can already refer. So for those of you that are watching, maybe you don't have little kids, but she says she provides like an educational, individualized, customized type of programming that can help our babies from 9 months old to 9 years old, helping parents to really balance and navigate, things that they may not even recognize that could be neurologically going on with these children. So we want to make sure that we're connecting people with the right resources. So again, where are you located? How can people find out more about your academy? How can they register? How can they follow you, Felicia, on all social media platforms?
on all social medias platforms. It is One for All Academy LLC.
all,
And
and
that
that's
will
the
be
number four. That's the number
Facebook
four,
and
right?
Instagram. Yes, the number 4.
So y'all make sure y'all get it right. Y'all see it
And
all
that's going to
four.
be Facebook and Instagram. And I'll be it's one for all.
And for all. Okay,
One
one
for all
for
academy.
all. Y'all
It's my
get it
last.
right. All social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, one, and that's the number four, All Academy. Shout out to you, Felicia. I'm looking forward to seeing you this Saturday. Oh, it's going down for the Becoming Her Women's Conference, and you get to be there. So I'm gonna bring Frederica back around again. Frederica, once again, help Felicia to understand truly from your heart what it means for her to be a part of this conference this Saturday.
I couldn't do it without her. This is a true story. Her and another young lady. I won't say her name because I don't want to put her on blast, but I'm so grateful to them. I actually, before this conference, there was a situation, and it was very discouraging. And I was sharing the situation with her and the other young lady, and they both talked to me and they said, Frederica, you realize you're on assignment, don't you? And y'all, to be honest, I thought I had got away with something. I was like, okay, God, I guess I can't do it. I was ready to start making excuses, Miss Jazz, reasons as to why I could not proceed. And when she told me I was on assignment and I was finally able to process that, I haven't been able to stop. But the interesting thing about it is he hasn't stopped. He has
Mm,
shown up, shown out, exceeded every expectation. This ain't my conference, y'all. I'm a
mm,
facilitator. All of us are facilitators and coordinators. This ain't my conference. If you truly want healing, you'll be there. This is not about the glam. This is not about the glamour. This is about you and you accepting your call and walking into your future. This is
wow.
not even just about you. This is the name of it is Heritage and Healing, the power of purpose, healing, and legacy. I'm gonna say it one more time because I want to make sure that you get it. It's not just about you. It's heritage and healing, the power a purpose, healing, and legacy. That means this is for your children. This is for your children. What you do today is going to impact them and influence them. So that's the
Mm,
reason I couldn't stay on my couch depressed and anxious and making excuses because it wasn't just about me anymore, Miss Jazz. But that's what
absolutely.
Felicia has done for me. Thank you.
Felicia, Felicia, girl. Thank you for being a friend. Doon, 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 doon. Travel down. Look, thank you for being my friend. So again, Felicia, tell people how can they connect with you? How can they reach out to you on all social media platforms?
You can check me out at One for All Academy LLC on Facebook and Instagram. You can also go to my website at One for All Academy LLC.com.
Well, I'm excited to
Or
see
you can give me
you.
a call at 864-704-0131. I'd love to speak with you. Oh,
Yes.
and
Let
I
me,
also do consultation. So like if the um if the
don't
parent
tell them,
needs
don't tell them. They got to come to the conference to hear
because
all about it.
maybe
Don't
they
even
need help with
tell them.
IEPs. So
Look, I'm over here
they
saying,
gotta
don't
come.
tell
Yeah,
them,
okay, well
don't
come
tell
on
them,
so I
make
can
them
talk
come
to
to
you.
the conference. Y'all know what it is. I love to have fun. It's gonna be high energy. We might be laughing. We probably gonna be crying. I know the oil gonna be dripping in the room. Listen, I promise you, guarantee you're not gonna leave the
The way
same
you
way
can.
you came.
Mhm.
So, Frederica, how can people get tickets? How can they be a part of Saturday's event? How can they sponsor someone to be there, even if maybe they can't come?
Thank you so much because we have been giving out sponsorships. I don't want Miss Jazzy anyone not to be able to attend because of finances. When I was going through that depression, I was desperate. And I couldn't afford to buy a ticket to some self help programs. Just for you guys who don't know, those tickets can be hundreds and hundreds of dollars, even thousands of dollars. So the cost of this conference is not a reflection of the value. The tickets are only $25 intentionally and strategically so that everyone can afford to go. So the way that you can order your ticket is we are on Eventbrite. I'm not sure if it's under HER hyphen or heritage, but it's still heritage. But I think I might have put a hyphen in there. I was trying to be cute. But heritage and healing is on Eventbrite, or you can go to International Life Consulting and you can we have a site there that'll take you back again to Eventbrite. My number is 864-787-8418. You can contact me if you are still interested in attending. And with that said, like Miss Jazzy said earlier, this is not a one and done. Because like for me, there was several. I said I'm not arriving. The title of the conference is Becoming Her. Becoming Her. We haven't arrived yet. And what I was saying earlier is every woman on this call has a different journey. So even if you're not assigned to me, there's probably someone here that can assist you and guide you through the process. So you can connect to us. What else? I'm on TikTok, Instagram, and as well as Facebook under International Life Consulting. I think the TikTok is International Life Consult. But thank you, Miss Jazz.
I'm super excited. It's going to be absolutely amazing. I know those were only a couple of the featured speakers. I was taking a look at this flyer and I was like, man, you got some powerhouses. Let's talk about Nicole Henderson, because I know she's going to be there as well, and what she represents as far as what she's already been doing with, her ministry with these young girls as well, right?
Yes. Hidden Gems is phenomenal. And what we wanted to do, what I realized being a youth in a growing up in the situations that I grew up in, that sometimes it takes a community. It takes a community. And these young women, Nicole, I've known her for over 15 years. And I'm going to go back and I'm going to share a little bit. And I know Miss Jazz going to be like, share it for the conference. I'm going to share it and I'm going to bring it back up for the conference too. But the day I met Nicole, and the day I really met Nicole was the day I lost my daughter. We had been crossing paths for many, many years. And I kept saying, hey, girl, hey. And she would say, hey, girl, hey. And we kept saying, we're going to hook up. We exchanged numbers I can't tell you how many times we exchanged phone numbers. Wow. And that night, she had a women's conference call, Miss Jazzy. And she would talk to women and lead them. And I kept saying, I'm going to call, I'm going to join in. Never did. But that night, when I was in the ambulance, literally in the ambulance on the way to the hospital, I called Nicole and I explained to her what happened. And I didn't call her back that night or that morning, but that morning she was at my house. And for the next couple of years, it was like she never left. So I thank God for this season. And I want to say this. Um, when it's divine, when there's a divine reason, is a lot of times we have friends and we allow us to get in the way. And that whole part, we allow us to get in the way, but this is not about just friendship. This is about purpose. This is about impacting lives. And so me and Nicole, we have come back together, as well as all the other women on our team, to support not just each other's vision, but to help other women grow as well. So whatever your dream is, whatever your vision is, we want to support you. That's what this is. It's a safe place to say, you know what, I want to be a lawyer. You may not have a lawyer in your family, but you might say, I want to be a lawyer. Am I a lawyer? No. But if you tell me that's what you want to be, I'm going to believe you. And then what I'm going to do from there is I'm going to try to help you find a way to figure out how you can do that thing that you feel that you were called to do.
Wow. Well, that's going to be absolutely amazing. So again, for those of you that are just now tapping in, I'm having an exclusive conversation with the founder of Healing Heritage and Healing, right? Let me get it right. International Life Consulting and Heritage and Healing, right?
Yes.
So you are going to have the very first, which will be a monthly empowerment series for women this Saturday, June 28th. It's going to be at 28 Bolt Street. Doors open at what time? I know it's supposed to start at 11 o'clock. So we're going to start on time. Y'all make sure y'all be on time. Really be early so you can be on time, right?
You definitely want to be there on time if you don't have your ticket now, because we want to make sure that you are registered properly. So, doors, we're going to start at 11. But like Miss Jazzy said, if you need to register, it's not too late. Come on in, get your tickets, and come ready to give as well as receive.
Hmm. Well, only thing I truly believe is that what you are being able to birth into the earth, because I remember, having a conversation with you and you were talking about you were going to do this, and look at God, it is about to happen. So I'm looking at this flyer too. You've got assistant coordinator Emily helping out. How did you and Emily connect?
You know what's funny? I met Emily 2 years ago, and as I was promoting the event, I exchanged information with her, and lo and behold, I looked at my phone, and she was already in there. She was already in my phone. And then we start, I'm like, how are you in my phone? And as I started to talk to her and we started to, and it was so strategic. I remember the conversation. And it was both of us just talking about what we wanted. At the time, no idea that our paths would ever cross again. But she has just been amazing. She's been able to help me connect some dots, help promote. She's just amazing, a beautiful woman, and I am so grateful for her.
Oh, thank you, Emily, for being such an amazing coordinator and all that you do. Support this vision. May the Lord continue to open you up, honey, and pour you out to be a blessing.
Yes.
So I'm super excited about her. Let's see who else we got on this flyer. The one and only Miss Angela Gaines. Oh, I've heard her
Wow.
speak so many times, so I already know how she
Wow.
get down.
Phenomenal, phenomenal, and phenomenal. Yes, yes. Let me tell y'all what. You want to be in the room. You just want to be in the room. It's so much, it's so many gifts, so many skills, so many talents. Just being around, being in the atmosphere, something got to rub off on you. I don't believe in just rubbing off. I think it's already in you. But if you feel like it's somebody else, let me tell you, you want to connect with Miss Angela. She is phenomenal. She is I don't even have enough words to say. She and I recently, we were just in the same spot and we were both sharing our dreams and visions of doing a conference together. And it was in a matter of weeks. It was just a matter of weeks that things started to be birthed, as you stated. And I'm just excited to have Miss Angela joining us. She is going to be helping with our young adults, but truly she has the experience of just life. She's helped parents. She's a life coach. She's a beauty representative. So she has so many talents, so many gifts, and she could definitely help you get to that next level.
Well, Miss Angela Gaines, honey, I can't wait to see you again. You already know what it is. I love her. So I'm super
I
excited to
do
hear her
too. I
be
do
a
too.
featured speaker at the very first Becoming Her conference. It's happening this Saturday, June 28th, 28 Bowl Street, right here in Greenville. You can grab your tickets on Eventbrite at
Yes,
Heritage in
ma'am.
Hill and just look it up. You'll find it, I promise you. And so when she dropped this flyer, you'll be able to see all these beautiful, amazing faces. And I'm showing that you've got Joe. Let me see if I'm gonna mess her last name up. Let me take a stab at it though, without having seen it. Joe.
Tennyson. I think
I
I'm
was
saying it
gonna,
right.
I was gonna say Tonesson, but it's Tonison.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
So she and I worked together several years ago. And Joe is a life coach, but she's more than a life coach. Joe has a heart like no other. Just one brief story. When my daughter Imani, she had her first child, and I forgot what happened, something occurred, but Joe just has a heart of gold. And her and Joe connected on a different level. And, sometimes as a mother, you want to be everything to your child, but you can't always be. But it's
Yeah.
so good when other women can step in and say, baby, I got you. And so I am forever grateful to Joe. That's just her heart. That's not just my child. She loves helping. One of the groups of people that she loves to help are families in crisis. So if you have a loved one that's dealing with addiction, a loved one that's dealing with mental health, she can not only support them, but she also saw the need to support families. Those are families who are caregivers, families who don't get a day off, families who are tired. That's what Joe does. And she does it effortlessly. So I love Joe. I love all the women that are part of this conference. They're just amazing, Miss Jazzy. They are amazing.
I love
Yes.
you so already. Oh, I can't wait to give
Yeah.
her a hug because
Yes.
caretaking, baby, is not for the weak. And so, for
Yes.
those
Yes.
of you that are truly caretakers, look, I salute you. I honor you. I give you some of my energy, baby, because I know it is not for the weak. And then again, you've got Miss Mary Ruth Welch. She's going to be a
Yes.
special guest speaker.
She is. So many of you know my story, but you don't know my mom's story. So
Hmm.
my story, my mom's story, of course, are intertwined because I'm her daughter. But what you may not know is my mom accidentally ran over my daughter. And so it was tragic and it was difficult, but God is using it. He was using it then and he's using it now in this season. So my mom's going to share her story. And what's interesting, Miss Jazzy, is people always ask, they ask me, how's your mom doing? And this is my mom's response to me every time I tell her someone asks that question. She said she's doing fine because my daughter let her know, and she did. You'll have to come to the conference to hear the story. But she let us know it was her time. But it was very tragic. I feel like I started writing. I sat down with my mom, Miss Jazzy, and I started writing her story a couple months ago, and I had no clue. Y'all, I don't know how she's still standing. Like even me just sitting here talking about it almost brings me to tears. I don't know how she's still standing because Naomi is just one part of her life, but she's had a lot of stories similar to that through her lifetime, and she's overcome them. And if you saw my mom, she's always smiling. She's always beautiful. You would never know she had been through any of the things that she's been through, any of those trials, any of those tribulations.
Wow.
Yes.
I ain't gonna wear no eyelashes Saturday. I'm just gonna tell you that right now, baby. I'm not wearing eyelashes. Y'all gonna see
Yes.
Miss Daisy natural lashes because they're gonna be wet. I'm sure there's gonna be so many teardrops and misty stuff. I don't know, but girl, to hear the
Yes.
personal testimony of your testimony, that's really
Yes.
gonna help set so many people free. So, what a way to kick off your monthly women empowerment series of Becoming Her Conference. It's going down this Saturday, the very first one, y'all. So always tell people there'll never be another first. So don't
Yes.
not be in the building. Don't block your blessings. Come with an open mind, with an open spirit to be able to receive, to be poured into, to be encouraged, to be motivated, inspired. But most importantly, you're going to be able to hear some testimonies from the people that are speaking their truths. And so I'm excited about it. What would be your final word of encouragement again for anybody that's watching? Like, tell them again about the age range you're looking for. Is there a dress code or is there a color scheme? Like, is there food or what is that rundown for somebody that's looking right now? They didn't have any idea, but why would you encourage them? They want to be in the building this Saturday.
Because if you're that person that's just been saying, where are you at, God? Did you forget about me? Or you're that person that said, I'm tired and I'm fed up. Or you're that person that has all these gifts inside of you and you don't know what to do with them. Whoever you are, this conference is for you. There are women waiting on you. And that's what I want to leave you with, is to know that there are women and maybe even men waiting to hear, not just hear your story, because we're gonna be doing activities. We're gonna be doing various things to create community. Honestly, I foresee this as like a village, really how it used to be. Not that the past was perfect, because we all know it was not. However, there were some things that we can bring with us from the past that we've kind of started to lose. And so I want to make sure that young girls are still having an opportunity to talk to older women, that older women are still being able to engage with younger women and learn from them as well, because we can learn things from you guys that we just don't know. Things are changing so quickly. So we need the youth to teach us as well. So the age range is literally 0 to 100. Now, it's not a daycare. So if you bring your children with you, they will be with you during some portions of the conference. But then we're also having some breakout sessions. So they will have an opportunity to also connect with the facilitators. That's why we have facilitators at every age. So we have Miss Felicia O'Neill, who's been introduced. She's 0 to 10. We have Imani Hiley Hewitt. That's my daughter. I forgot to introduce her, but I'll share a little bit about her in one moment. Imani's doing 11 to 13. We have Nicole Henderson doing 14 to 18. Miss Angela is doing 19 to 26, and she's qualified to do every single age. We have Miss Joe, who is also qualified to do families and do every single age. So those are our facilitators, and that's why they're in place, is to be able to answer your questions, to help you through the process, to make sure you're breaking it down at your level, that if we're talking up here, that you're still able to understand. And then we have our creative associate, excuse me, assistant, creative assistant. I don't think that I mentioned Miss Joanna, but I'll share that right fast too if I have another moment. But
Yeah.
she is amazing. I met her, Miss Jazz, and it was just like she's been by my side. She came at the time that I needed her. She does murals. She's an artist. I think she's going to do some live art for us at the event. But she is just absolutely amazing. And then Imani, my daughter, I'm so proud of her. And to be honest, I said Naomi kind of helped with this vision, but Imani did as well. Money has helped carry her family. Because
Mm.
when you go through depression, sometimes you just can't do it. You can't do it. And my daughter, she stepped in. She could never be the mother because I'm the mother. But what she did is she was an amazing big sister, and she was an amazing role model to her siblings. And she would take them to the park and take them to the beach and take them to the lake and take them to the airport. And so I'm so proud of her. And now she has two beautiful babies, but she is birthing in this season her own business. It's called Glow Greenville, and it's an entertainment business by day, and she supports, excuse me, by night. And so she is helping bring the same joy and laughter that she did for her siblings to the rest of the community, Miss Jazzy.
Wow. Wow.
Yes,
I'm excited about Amani. Looking at right there, 3 generations. And I'm sure she might
yes,
probably bring her daughter. There'll be 4 generations within your
yes,
family that will be there.
yes,
I see that we
yes.
have another one of the featured speakers. She's popped backstage. I didn't think she was going to get to be on here, but I'm going to take an opportunity to bring around our good sister. Miss Angela Gaines is joining us. Again, we've already been able to celebrate her and talk about how grateful you are and having her to be a part of this movement, because that's what I'm going to
Yes.
consider to be. It's a
It
movement.
is a movement.
So,
It is a movement.
whether it be becoming her SC, becoming her Georgia, becoming her Texas. Okay, okay, okay. Miss Angela, welcome in, sis. I know you're
Well,
going to be
welcome
a
in. Hello,
powerhouse.
my beautiful. Hello, beautiful Jazzy, of course, and all the other beautiful ladies. We are definitely excited about Saturday because it's all about healing her. It's all about
Yes.
making her better inside and out.
Yes.
It's all about knowing your demand and knowing your purpose that God gave each and every one of us. So we're truly excited. Sorry, you guys, I'm late. Had another engagement I had to do real quickly. But I wanted to come on and pop on and say hello. But we are just ready to heal the beautiful woman inside and out and make her the new creature that God wants her to be. That's what it's all about. So, you guys, I kiss to each and every one of you. Let's go. Let's get ready to make the excitement and let's prosper and make it great.
So,
Yes.
Miss Angela, I know you're on the move. How can people connect with you? How can they follow you as well on all social media platforms?
I am on Facebook. They can contact me on there as Angela Gaines, of course. Also on Instagram is ASC Diva. I am with Gaines Momentum Management. They can just check it out through that. I absolutely love. They can call me. It doesn't matter. I'm on. Call me too at 864-551-5073. I am the ASC Diva. Yes, the South Carolina Diva, right here.
That's
I
our
love
South
it. I love
Carolina
it.
diva. Listen, y'all got to be in the building. It's going to be so much energy. It's going to be electrifying. I mean, I just feel like, woo! It's going to be one of those events you don't want to miss. So, how can people, again, Frederica, be a part of this Becoming Her conference that's happening this Saturday, June 28th, y'all? Is this Saturday. We only got a couple more days, so you still got time to get a ticket. How can they be a part of the experience?
You can just join us by going to Eventbrite and finding us at Heritage and Healing, and you can also come to my website, International Life Consulting, as well as there's going to be a QR code attached to the flyer as well. So scan that; it'll take you to Eventbrite. And if all else fails and you need to contact me, please feel free to call me at 864-787-8418. And matter of fact, don't even make it a fail. Before anything fails, call me. Okay. Thank you so much, Miss Jazzy. This has been
It has been
amazing.
absolutely amazing. Thank you, Frederica. Thank you again for your heart. Thank you for your willingness. Thank you, sis, for your yes. You understand? And the fact that you have entrusted me with the vision to be the host, the MC. I'm going to help facilitate. I'm going to help keep us on schedule. We're going to have an amazing time this Saturday, June the 28th, 28 Bolt Street, right here in Greenville. You can grab your tickets on Eventbrite. She's giving you her phone number. Y'all heard some of those powerhouses that's going to be there. Listen, ladies, from 0 to 100, she said. Y'all make sure you be in the building. Tickets are only $25. And even if you can't be there, sponsor another woman that can be a part of it. Yours truly, Miss Jazzy. Listen, I'm willing to sponsor a ticket. So if you're watching tonight and maybe you say, I really want to be in the building for whatever reason, I cannot afford it at this moment, let me be the afforder on your behalf. Y'all hit me up. Y'all know what it is. I ain't too hard to find. Hit me up in my messenger right now and let me know that you want to be a part of the Becoming Her conference. I got you, girl. Oh, it's happening, y'all. Make sure you be there. We're going to have a ton of fun. I'm super excited for the entire experience of what's happening because of this Becoming Her Women's Conference, Greenville, South Carolina.